I started playing soccer when I was 3 years old. I told myself and everybody around me that I was going to be a professional soccer player. Yeah, they all laughed. My name's Devala, and I've been playing professional for 10 years now in over 6 different countries. Welcome to Cognitive Goalkeeping. Get out of your head and back in the game.
My name is Preston Burpo. I'm the New York Red Bulls goalkeeper coach. The best example for me when I kind of fought through something in a pretty difficult moment was at the end of '97. I had a contract going into '98, and I was playing with the Seattle Sounders, who were the A-League at the time, and trained all winter, excited, hitting the gym, out with friends on the training field, and training and taking shots and making sure I was ready to go for preseason. And I went into the season, and I'm sorry, actually '98 going into '99, and thinking that I could potentially be the starter. Literally a week or so before preseason, I get a letter in the mail, certified letter, saying you have been released from your contract, blah, 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 right? And I'm devastated, like confused, devastated. Call the head coach. He said that he originally was looking to trade me to a different team, and they were bringing in another goalkeeper, and there wasn't any room for me, and they were going to draft a goalkeeper, and I was blown away. My options were going to the team that he had suggested that he was going to trade me to. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to be in Seattle. I was making a life in Seattle, and I asked him if I could come to preseason. I said to him, Neil, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to be here. I want to make my stamp and make my mark in Seattle. He says, okay, yeah, let's bring you into preseason, but you're coming in with not a contract. So that moment for me was like, F you, I'm coming, and I'm coming, and I'm going to be the best keeper in camp, and I'm going to start at the beginning of the season. So it was astonishing. Literally, it was like a week. So I go into preseason. I feel like I'm having a good preseason, and the other goalkeepers were having good preseasons also. And I end up signing a contract, which was an amazing feat. We end up driving to Vancouver to go play the Vancouver Whitecaps for the first game of the season. And myself and the other keeper, a guy named Bill May, an amazing guy. We don't know who's starting. We're literally driving to the game. We don't know. So in the locker room, the coach he goes, okay, I've made a decision, and the guys are neck and neck. Preston, we decided to go with you as our starter. Your kicking has been a little bit better. First 2 kicks, I'm not joking. They slice them off into the crowd. Yeah. Oh my God. So anyway, the point is that was definitely one of the biggest hardships for me. Someone like in the last second pulling the rug from under me, saying, "Listen, sorry, we don't have money. We don't want you." But to say, "Okay," and just saying, "You know what? I'm your guy," and proving to him and proving to myself that I was good enough, and that that I could play professionally. And that was my first start actually for the Seattle Sounders up in Vancouver in 1999. So it was an introduction. Yeah, slicing 2 balls out, but it was a memorable moment, and that kind of jump-started my career a little bit. My mom had this attitude of saying, thinking like no one's going to hold me back, in her own life and raising 3 boys on her own for a lot of years and living in a community where it took a lot to keep us going in that community, just saying, I'm doing it. And I don't care what anyone else does, I'm doing it. And I've had a lot of discussions with an older brother of mine to say, if it wasn't for our mom, like where would we be where we are today if it wasn't for that mantra, for that philosophy to say, listen, I don't care what they say. I'm going for it. And and I am going to succeed, and I am going to persevere in this really hard moment. You know, it probably took me a couple years post-college, but it was just like, okay, yeah, I know the world is hard, and I know there's hardships, and I know there's going to be people and coaches to say, listen, sorry, you're not good enough, but to say, kind of to take what, you know, I learned from my mother, say, you're doing it, man. Let's go for it. If you want to do it, do it. We have Erica from Colorado. Did you ever play on the field or score any goals? I remember the last goal I ever scored, freshman year, the ball came across. It was like a tap-in. And I mean, that was so many years ago. I was okay. I was never amazing. I'm sure my mom would tell you that I was the best center forward ever, but that's actually not true. I was okay. I worked really hard, right? But I mean, I remember I scored one goal that season, but that was a long time ago. Sure. Jake from St. Louis, if you could be a superhero, who would you be and why? Well, I just saw the movie Deadpool for the second time in the last couple weeks. Gotta be honest, he's funny. He looks out for the common guy.
Basically, you then. Funny, looking out for the common guy.
I think I fit right in with Deadpool. Yeah. How does a penguin build its house? He glues it together.
You laughed.
I'm laughing more than you, yeah.
You laughed. Okay. So what do Spanish clocks say?
Don't know.
Tick taco.
It's terrible. Who came up with these? Two peanuts were walking down the street. One was salted. See, that was the best.
That was good.
That was pretty good. What does the fat lady say to the pig? The ham. What do you call a cow without legs?
What?
Ground beef. Again, vegan, vegetarian.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about these. How do you make a Kleenex dance?
Oh.
It's actually pretty funny. Put a little boogie in it. That's pretty good.
So hey guys, thanks for watching, and thank you Preston Burpo for joining us. It's great to have you. And this is Cognitive Goalkeeping. And let me get you out of your head
and back in the game.